Hi, I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe. This is Chit Chat. so, we're in New Mexico now, and we wanted to camp in a place, by Red Rock, off the 40. Just passing through to go towards, the Midwest, right? And I wanted to hit, just a nice camp spot in the Cibola National Forest area. And I found a spot, and so we headed there. It's called 6 Mile Canyon. And, roads were fine. Everything looked cool. Everything was okay. And then we got to the top, and then I kind of looked down, and I was like, oh, shit, because I got out. I got out, and I looked, and I'm like, oh, shit, man, that looks real steep. So I was like, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to park right on the side here. And we parked on the side, but then I noticed the road off to the other side. And, these free camp spots, they go all over, right? And so I looked at the road, I walked down it a little bit, I'm like, oh, I can do this. So I went that way, and I didn't even barely get 10 seconds in, and bam, I got stuck. Yeah, the whole car and trailer went into this ditch, and it just went bah. And then I couldn't start the car, and I was like, oh no, the car's fucked up. How am I gonna, so I thought, you know what? Okay, maybe because I'm hooked up to the trailer, whatever. So I detached the trailer, and I tried to turn the car on to go. The car just wouldn't go. And it's because I guess the Jeep I have, when it hits if it's not level, the car's not going to start. It has one of those sensors. And I realized that, and I was like, oh shit. Because I realized that because the sun was blaring, and I was sitting in the passenger seat, and I put the visor down. And then I happened to look up, and it's like, careful of tipping or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, that told me right there's a sensor on the car, and I was like, oh, so I'm stuck here, and I'm standing there. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta call freaking tow people to come up here, because it wasn't deep into the mountains. It was just right at the edge, No one wanted to come. Everybody made an excuse for not coming out, or I have two people, or oh, I can't right now, or I don't have this or that, and a couple of them were pretty rude to me, and telling me I had attitude. Dude, how is somebody who's stranded in the mountains gonna have attitude about getting help, right? So yeah, I wouldn't suggest, some of these tow people here in this town, which is what is this town? I'm not actually sure. Let me see. Jamestown, right? But that doesn't sound familiar. Let me see. I think I can. The area code is 505, but one person picked up, and he couldn't make it. He was an older man. I know, I could tell from his voice, right? But he was concerned. That was what was so nice. His name was Richard. The last two numbers of his number is 23. I don't want to say the whole number, but it's 505 area code. Last two digits are 23. So if you ever call a tow guy and the last two numbers are 23, that's the guy that you want to call. His name is Richard. He's really nice. He was so nice. He was suggesting, well, call this place and call that place and this and that. And either no one picked up, or I got some freaking rude guy on the phone. The guy sounded Hispanic or something. I don't know. I'm not against them because I'm half, okay? But that guy was rude. He was the one telling me that I had attitude, and I was all worried, because the trailer was tipped, and he's like, you sound like you have attitude. I'm like, I don't. I'm stranded. What do you mean? He's all, why don't you just call someone else? I called him twice because I called him one time, and he was like, oh no, I can't do it. And then he's all, try da 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 da. And I'm like, all right. So I tried those places, and then I called him back to see if he had any other ideas. And that's when he told me I was rude. And yeah, what a dick that guy was. But the Richard guy was really super nice. And he's all, did you try this person? Did you try? And I'm like, I tried everyone down the line, 8 people, and they didn't want to come. And so he's all, well, try this person. So I tried another person. And he's all, and call me back and tell me what happens. So I called, I couldn't get a hold of somebody, and I called the Richard guy back, and I said, he didn't pick up, I don't know what to do. He's all, call the sheriffs. He's all, that's what, they're supposed to help people out there. Call them. And he's all, be forceful and all this. I wasn't, and I didn't, so I did. I called the sheriff. I didn't call 911. Okay, I called the regular number because, I don't know how busy the sheriffs are out here, and they just little old me stuck in the mountains. I mean, come on. So I called, and it was an answering machine. So I was like, I'm stuck up here in the mountains. I don't know. Somebody told me to call. And I left a message on my phone number, and I hung up, right? And so I called Richard back, and I'm like, I got an answering machine. He's all, what? He's all, did you call 911? And I'm all, no. He's all, call 911. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. So I did. And yeah, they came. A guy came. Freaking nice ass guy too, man. So lucky. I don't know how lucky. I always get lucky with the nicest freaking people. I'll tell you what. The nicest guy came. He came out, he was my age. We were chit-chatting a little tiny bit, We have our birthdays a few months apart, actually. And really nice guy, nice looking, nice whatever, And so he's like, I can't do that with this car. And I was looking at the car, and it kind of looked like, yeah, he can't. He had that front grill thing. He might be able to kind of shove or push someone along, but that's not what we were trying to do here. And so I was like, and I'm like, you don't have a hitch on your car? He's like, we don't have that either. Yeah, they don't even put hitches on those. Because, probably because the police are real nice and they want to help people. And so they're like, if we do that, they're going to be helping everybody, So I guess that's probably why. And I understand that because of, like, this story about the chit chat today. And so he's like, I'm like, I called everyone and no one wants to come up here and help me. I'm like, I think they think I'm deep down in the mountain there. And he's like, yeah, they probably do. Cause he could see that I'm not. I'm like right there at the entrance, I'm not in the canyon. I'm just right there. And I'm like, dang, he's like, I'm like, if you know somebody who needs some money, if they have just a 4x4, because that's the only reason I got stuck, because I don't have 4x4, but the Jeep Patriot that I have is an excellent car. I'm not going to talk shit about that car, because it's been a champ, but I'm like, do you know somebody in town who might need like a couple bucks? I'm like, I'll pay them really well. They can just help me get out of this, And I'm like, I'm a veteran. I have money. I'm not trying to burn. And he could see that, that I was not, trying to be, shady or anything. And he's all, I know a lot of people. He's all, let me go see what I can do. And he left. And then I called Richard back, because Richard told me to call him like every step, to make sure I was safe. Because he was concerned, he was concerned about me out here by myself with my dog, because we were talking on the phone. And yeah, I called and I was chit-chatting, with him, whatever. And I said, yeah, they're coming. He came, he couldn't do it, but he's going to go and see if he knows somebody that can come and help me. And so he's all, okay, yeah, and he's all, and if he can't, and he comes back, he just get a hotel room or whatever. And he really, he calmed me down. I wasn't really panicked. I felt like he was a little more panicked for me. But, because he's like, you shouldn't, what are you doing up there by yourself with your dog, blah, 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 and all this. And I'm like, I'm a camper, I'm a traveler, I do this, I was explaining to him, and I've been stuck before, so that's why I wasn't really that panicked. I only was a little perturbed because nobody wanted to come and help. Imagine, and and I don't have AAA, which I totally have to get. I keep forgetting. I totally have to get it. But what if I had AAA, and then would they come for the AAA people? That's what I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, so then he came back, because Richard was telling me, if he's not back in 30 minutes, call them back and ask about where they are, call me back. And so I was like, okay, so the guy, he did come back, and he came back with someone, right? He came back with a nice couple. Dude, they were so freaking nice. And the lady was all sweet and nice, and the guy was, like a strong, it was an older couple, and he's all, I brought mom and pa, and I was like, oh shit, you brought your parents? And he's all, no, they're not really my parents, but he knew them well, and I was like, oh my god, I love seeing that shit. I love that family, like the whole town, they know everybody and each other, and they're all, it was like my heart, and so that made it even better. And so I saw them, and I was chit-chatting with the lady as the guys, they were surrounding the vehicle, seeing what's going on, and she's like, yeah, they probably should pull it out from the back, da, 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 da. And she was right too the whole time. The lady, she's a very smart woman, but so yeah, so they ended up, so he also, he didn't, it's not like he agreed, I guess they figured that out too. And he put the hook, because they had like the winch thing, and there was a big truck, it wasn't just a 4x4, it was like a big work, and that was so nice. It's Saturday night too, mind you, and he went down there, he found some people to get from their Saturday night to come up and rescue me. That was the freaking nicest thing ever. Okay, number one. And then so we figured it out. We got it out. They got me out. It only took a moment too. Well, after figuring it out. And, we got turned around, and, I'm like, I just want to go down from this mountain. Because I kind of went up a little bit. Not far, just a little bit. And I'm like, I'm just going to follow you guys down. I've had enough with up here, because I was a little... But then as we got to the gate to get out, I saw a nice little patch. And, the older couple kept going. But I ended up stopping and talking to the sheriff and saying, do you mind if I... And he was like, no, yeah, you can... Right here is okay. Because it was nice and flat. But it was windy. It's windy, as you can hear. But get this, okay? Get this part. This is the part that gets me. It's... Like, when they pulled me out and everything, I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. And I was like, how much, I'm like, do you have a PayPal? What can I follow you down? How can we do this so I can give you some money for your time, for your efforts? Because, I mean, shoot, I don't know what I was going to do. How I was going to, I was probably going to go leave the vehicles up there and go down, maybe hitch a ride with the cop down to the road and just beg people with money to help me out. I was gonna do that because money talks, and that's what I was gonna do. And but they were like, no, it's for it's okay, we came to help you. And I was just like, oh my god, and then I was standing there, and the police officer turns to the lady and gives her a big old hug, like, thanks, Mara. They were hugging. And then the guy hugged, and I was like, oh my god. I started hugging too, and it was like a big hug fest, and I was trying to, the cop was real nice looking, so I was getting all my extra hugs. But he was married, that was the first thing I checked for, because I don't be messing like that. But yeah, it was really super freaking nice, and that was it. We all got in our cars, and we all just, it was like a happy moment. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird because it was like a super happy moment. It was, I had like a little tear in my, I have a little tear in my eye now, because it's like that kind of family love, kind of neighborly community, whatever that was. It was really nice, and, man, it makes, because at first when nobody was coming up there, I was like, my faith in humanity was just taking a nosedive. Like, dude, people are fucked up. I'm like a woman out here by myself in the wilderness with my dog, and they're like, oh yeah, call someone else. It's like, fuck. But then when these people came along, and then the cop guys, the sheriff guys, like, well, that's my job. I'm supposed to help, and this. And he was speaking to me so nicely, like friendly, nice, and cool, and whatever. There's Brian. Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy. Hi. and he was even nice with Brian. Brian liked him. Brian liked all them, whatever. And, man, I got the guy's card, though. Sure did. Yeah, I'm gonna I feel like I have to show them my appreciation, because those were some really, like, I don't think I've ever hugged a sheriff in my life. Well, I might have hugged, I have a cousin who is retired sheriff. I might have hugged him. I don't even remember. But I know he liked me out of the family. He was really always nice to me and spoke to me kindly. That guy, not my family, but he did. Because, that's why I was so shocked about the family and the hugging, and it wasn't even his real parents. It was just, and then he told me also that it was, the lady was working with forensics or something of the department also. She was retired too, so they were law enforcement friends, and yeah, right on. I love those guys. And you know what? That's probably why my family's mean to me. I mean, I don't see my family as upholding any kind of, legal law, stuff, whatever. That's probably why they don't like me, because I'm trying to do everything right and I try to be right, I don't know. That's looking at my dad's side of the family. My mom's side, I'm not really even too sure. My mom's a kind of quiet, private person. So is my sister a little bit, I think. So I don't know. But, that's probably why my dad's side of the family, he don't like me, or whoever don't like my ex-husband, whatever, because they're all shisty, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not. So anyhow, I just wanted to talk about, the nice people over here by Jamestown, and probably that police officer. He probably worked for Jamestown Police Department. I chit-chat with him a little bit. We're the same age, and I guess he came from Utah, just a really nice, down-to-earth, friendly, cool guy, and he wasn't all stiff, like some of those, how they are. He was real nice and relaxed and cool. He, I felt real comfortable around him. And when he left, because he's all, I'll be back. I know a lot of people. Like, I had confidence in his word, because I felt that. And I was right. He was a good man. He brought some people up to help me. And I've been thinking about it all night. Like, gosh, I can't believe how kind these people were, like, after calling all these other people. And, no, I'm not going to say all the other people were rude, because Richard, the guy on the phone, he was a very nice guy. And, I appreciate that guy too, But, I'm going to see what I can do about this couple and this police officer who helped me, because they deserve, they deserve more than what I'm giving them for just, on a Saturday night coming out here. Because I didn't realize until later, like, it was Saturday night. That's probably, not night, but it was, like, gonna be. But that's probably why all those other tow truck people didn't want to help me. They didn't want to ruin their night out, or something. Where he just went down there, bloop, brought some people up, no problem, and didn't even want to take a penny from me. That's just so shocking to me, because maybe I don't experience a lot of that, or I haven't in my life, So, so I just wanted to share that and what happened, because and out here, it's not always going to be rainbows, butterflies. Oh, look, I'm camping. It's wonderful. Nah, man, I got to go through some shit too. I got stuck. I should have taken pictures. Next time, like, something tragic happens, or it wasn't really tragic. It was just like, shocking. But next time something happens, maybe I'll remember to take pictures of all those times, because that's something that they don't want to show you, like when you get stuck, when you have the problems and whatever. I think, especially if you're on the road, things like this happen, and I don't have 4x4, and I'm in a trailer that I built myself, which I'm constantly doing little repairs on it, because I'm afraid it's going to fall apart, because I've never built this thing before, and it's still going strong. I did have to do some back wall repairs at the last spot, because it was all loose. I was like, why is it so I secured that. Oh, another thing, the freaking Predator, it's not working again. Like, I refilled all the oils, all this stuff, and it just won't start. But I watched something, and it said something about a clog in the back. I barely used it, dude. And if that's gonna be a problem all the time too, fuck, I think I might just return the thing and just be without electricity. I mean, I have the Buddy and I have propane, so I have those things I can use, and all the electric things I have will just have to be donated somewhere. I don't know, because I like to carry all the extra stuff that I'm not using. So I don't know. I'm really disappointed in that product, and this would be the fourth time taking it back. I just want to. I think I'm just gonna, if I can't get it started after I do this little thing that I watched on YouTube, then I'm just gonna freaking return it, get my money back, and just be without, because it's ridiculous. It's like a $550 product. Plus, I paid $200 extra for insurance. So. Anyhow, you take your losses, right? And with those losses, you get gifts like, people rescuing you out here in the middle of nowhere. It gets back. If you're a good person and you don't mean harm by anything, then I don't feel like you're in for any problems, and any problems that do arise, it's because of just nature. Right? I got stuck up there, honestly, because I didn't judge something properly. Because even though the car is a wonderful car, I'm a short person, so I have a hard time seeing over to the right of me. And so as I was trying to turn, I didn't make whatever that right was, and I just went into this dip, and it just like, So, yeah, And plus, I should have stayed at the original spot that I saw on the corner there, but I was like, oh, maybe I can. It was because there was no trees or anything, and it's really windy. I'm in a spot like that right now. We're inside, because if I go outside, the wind's gonna be, you won't be able to hear me. So, but I'm wondering though if I should stay another night right here, because to be quite honest, like, nice hiking is walking distance from here. And Brian can run free and I can throw the ball, so I'm not gonna unhook though. I'm just gonna stay hooked up. I have some stuff outside that I don't really need inside here. That's okay out there, but I might do that. I don't know, but I did find a new camp spot that we're gonna check out, and I saw the pictures, and it looks like it looks flat surfacey and trees, so I'm not sure. So I'll decide in a little bit here. But for right now, I'm just waiting for my coffee water to boil, and I was just having a little chit chat with you guys. But that's what's been going on a little bit right here. I just like to do quick daily journal entries. I try not to make those too long. Oh, I just saw 2222. That's like some kind of lucky, I don't know. I'll look it up later. But yeah, so I don't know. We're gonna see what's going on. We're just kind of making our way towards the Midwest still. I want to pay my stickers for my car, and I don't know. I might get a storage out there for the trailer, and I don't know yet, because I'm also after I go to Missouri and take care of some financial stuff, just catch up on it. I'm gonna probably head towards Florida, not to the same place I went initially at the last time. No, well, I hope not. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going, but I won't find out until I'm gonna be leaving Missouri. I'm not really in a rush to. I mean, I am. Yes, I am, and I'm not. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about this trip, going to Florida, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, just, I don't know. But that's an ultimate goal after, I hit Missouri. Yeah. I got something to do over there, so. I don't want to talk about that right now. So, yeah, that's what's going on. I just really wanted to talk about, it was such a nice experience last night. It was so beautiful. And I just wanted to just say, we're in Jamestown. This is by 6 Mile Canyon. I got stranded out here, and I got rescued by some really super nice people, man. And the law enforcement's nice, and I don't know about the tow companies, so try not to get stuck up here, because the tow companies they're not on the ready to help you, okay? So just, actually, anywhere you go, you never know, right? This was a bad spot, but, the law enforcement here and the people that actually live right here is very, very beautiful, very nice people, so I'm just saying, like, there's I was just gonna stop by one night, stop through, and just leave the next day, because I didn't really notice anything, like historical, or I don't know. Jamestown sounds familiar, but I don't think not in this state. But if you do, I'll tell you one thing: the law enforcement and the people in the town, if they're anything like those people that helped me up here today, like it's a beautiful town just because of that. And I don't know, I might stay here one night, because I see that we have a little hiking area up there, and you guys, I like to go hiking and walk around with the dog and explore, so we might. It's just really windy, so I'll have to put on like some wind blocking type of attire, but that's still up in the air, because I do know that there's another spot that it's I don't know. I hope it's not too mountainy, because it doesn't really tell you that when you look it up. So, I don't know. But I think my coffee water is about ready. So I'm going to have some coffee and probably take Brian out there for a nice little nature hike, because it's cool. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm Mona, the Six Geometry Universe. Chit chatty. And, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.